This is the Smith & Wesson 640. It's empty. 5-shot, stainless steel, 357 Magnum revolver. It'll shoot 38 special, 38 plus P. It's actually rated for 38 plus P continuous use. It's got a synthetic grip. It does have a concealed hammer and an overall smooth design. I guess if you wanted a pocket carry, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that, but I would defer to somebody with much more experience carrying a revolver. But when I do, I carry it in this holster, specifically designed for it to conceal or cover the trigger. It's a nice little leather holster there. And I carry it every once in a while. Some people are of the opinion that what I do carry every day, 9mm, is inadequate. I think they have a good argument. I do. I do carry, jacketed hollow point spear gold dots. I've decided that, my body size, my context, I feel adequate with it, but maybe if you don't, maybe something like this might be up your alley. It's very small compared to some of the revolvers we talked about in the past, like the Ruger GP100, for example. This is much smaller, much more concealable, and could be another option to pair with a lever gun or a rifle configuration that also shoots 357 Magnum. Or maybe somebody that doesn't want to learn all of the interface of a modern semi-auto striker fire with the slide release, slide catch, perhaps safeties, takedown levers, etc. I don't know. Maybe it's a good option, maybe it's not. You let me know. But either way, it's a pretty beautiful little revolver, you gotta admit. And we got it out today because it was Smith & Wesson Day. And we took it down to the range and put some rounds through it. Just 38 special today. There's a big difference between the snappiness between 357 Magnum and 38 special. I can tell you that much. Another way that this might be a good option, that is if you're of the law-abiding sort and happen to be in a state that perhaps is more restrictive with their firearms rulings from their local kings. This is compliant in a lot of states like Colorado. I just combined California and Colorado, which is kind of fitting because they're pretty similar in their laws. But Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, all the commie states, you can have this there. But again, consult your local laws if you're into that. But again, it's a double action only. It's got that one blade front sight there. The rear sights are kind of, I guess you would say, integral. So there's a learning curve. Double action, nice smooth double action overall, but there's a learning curve. And the barrel is 2.125 inches. So again, this is rated for plus P continuous use, so it'll handle those high load rounds, and that's what this design is, the 640. 640-3 to be specific. Apparently there's other configurations, but I know I've talked about this before in other videos and said the wrong number, so I did confirm. I even got the box. This, by the way, is the box that it comes in, just a simple cardboard box. It does not come with this holster. Just a box, that one test round that they sometimes include, the casing, and a very generic manual for modern style Smith & Wesson revolvers. Not a lot that applies to this very specific one, but one thing I did find cool about this manual is if you go here, because a lot of people ask this a lot, and here, we can put this up here and you can pause this. Go print it out if you want. But the cool thing about this is that, now this is specifically regarding modern style Smith & Wesson revolvers, right? This is the manual for this revolver. But it says here, caliber marked on barrel, it'll shoot that, can also fire that. I know a lot of people will ask that. So there you go. Free information. But if you want to see me shooting this, I did take some footage today and made a whole video about it being Smith & Wesson Day down at the range. We took this and 3 Smith & Wesson M&P rifles. I will put a link to that video in the description. It's kind of lengthy and boring, but some people like watching other people shoot, if you're into that. And I just thought this would be a great little option, perhaps, for some people out there. Full disclosure, I bought this for my wife. This was her first gun. And after I ended up buying a Glock 19, she really wanted a Glock after she shot the Glock 19. She complained that this hurt her wrist, I believe was her complaint. So take that for what it's worth, but I believe that was with the 357 Magnums. Much less snappy with the 38 Special. But you get what you are willing to deal with as far as the recoil, right? As far as stopping power, as they say. Full disclosure, not a gun expert. Defer to your local experts. Get trained. Go somewhere and get real advice. And just remember to stay prepared. Because the more Americans that are prepared, the more there's a future for America.